In an interview with Stella magazine this weekend, star of new sci-fi film Avatar, Zoe Saldana, has been talking about her ambitions, and she said she's not chasing wealth and fame, but the respect and approval of her idols. She says, I want to be buried knowing I got the attention of the people who got my attention during my career. So, in our own lives, is it important to get the approval of others, and do people's opinions matter to you?
Oh. I'm afraid. I mean, I do so many naughty things that I'm surprised that I do look for. But I think I'm a nice person who does naughty things, aren't I?
Yes. We love you for it.
We do.
Yeah.
But I do desperately seek approval. And I suppose I seek it mostly from my parents and
so
my...
I was just thinking, she seeks it here.
She seeks it there, I know.
She seeks approval everywhere.
But I do. They're the people whose opinion matters to me. And yet, you know, they have their faults, and sometimes I don't know why I'm such a... But I'm generally a people pleaser, do you know what I mean? And you know I am. And that's going to be my resolution for next year, to stop being like that, because it wears me out.
People, do you mean?
And it's, just trying to please people.
Do the right thing,
but disappointing them, so therefore wanting credit for the nice things that I do.
How do you know you're disappointing them? That's just your perception of that.
Well,
That's not necessarily
I suppose so.
But you see, I find that weird, because I know you so well. I would think that you wouldn't seek approval, because to be honest, if you asked me, should you go somewhere because you was going to be allowed, and I said no, you'd do it anyway, babe.
Yeah, I would.
Really?
I would do that. But it's like if I don't know, if I've done something or made a decision, I like my parents to, you know, even pathetically at 51 years old,
to be proud of you.
Yeah, I want them to approve of the decision. Yeah. If I've done something that's on the telly and other people text to say they've seen it, I'm looking to see if they've texted, as if they're not proud, because I know that they're proud of me.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I think we all do that. I think we're all guilty of wanting people's approval. But I have to say, thinking about it, there's nobody really that I seek approval from, and I think maybe that's because I'm so self-sufficient in my life. I ask nobody's advice, because I haven't really got that sort of relationship with my mum and my sister. They're busy doing their thing in Birmingham.
They're proud of you, though.
Very proud of me. Very proud of me. My son, yeah, Jakey. Well, I'm not going to ask his approval at 7, am I? But I mean, I think if my dad was still alive, he was my best buddy, and he was the driving force of me learning to sing, music and all that. So I mean, he'd be very proud. I think if he was here, maybe I would. But I've got my best friend Sarah and her mum Joanne, who I'd probably pick up the phone and say, oh, do you think... But to be honest, I'm really quite self-sufficient. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not, really.
It's a very good thing.
Sherrie,
you don't want to be like me.
It's interesting, you asked about Jakey. Does that mean that then you want Keely's support?
Well, I have to say, I mean, I'm a very needy person, but I always have been. And I was hoping that Keely wouldn't be that needy person. And in fact, she isn't. Keely is a very strong-willed... maybe I'm a Virgo and she's a Leo, and the Leos are quite strong characters, aren't they? But she isn't as needy as me, but she boosts me all the time. And I get all the approval I need. I get it from my mum, I got it from my dad, I get it from my brother. But, you know, I think in life we're all needy. I'm sure everybody in that audience would say that.
And I've got the 2 children, because Matthew's very sort of supportive, and he kind of bolsters me up a lot, whereas Louis is, you know, is just a little poo head to me sometimes, that kid.
But I think we all need somebody to say, well done, I think you were fantastic.
And also, it's not necessarily professionally as well, because, you know, at work, I mean, you can't really rely on your bosses necessarily saying, well done, that was a fantastic bit of accounting you just did. That's the best adding up I've seen for a very long time. So we do sort of rely on it with friends and family. And I know that, you know, when my marriage was ending, I know it was 5 years or so now, but during that time, I've always been, you know, a very well-behaved girl. I was a good teenager and never really did anything wrong. So I felt so rotten and so bad that I felt that I'd really let my family down. And one of the most important things was not only my parents letting me know that, you know, everything was okay, was flying up to Scotland to see all my lovely family. My lovely Auntie Nora's in the audience. Hello, Auntie Nora. I was going up to see Auntie Nora and all my cousins, and them just give me a big hug and say, it's fine, it's okay, you know, everybody makes mistakes every now and again, and that made it all better. So thank you, Auntie Nora.
Oh,
we're all getting a bit too. Oh, sorry.